It's 9 p.m. here in Washington, D.C. on Election Day, and I'm here at Lafayette Square right in front of the White House, where hundreds have gathered to show their support for their favorite candidate.
Conversé con una latina que votó anticipadamente y que nos contó sobre sus razones detrás de su decisión de voto.
Les Américains vont se souvenir d'elle comme une personne qui s'est battue pour les droits des femmes.
هل سيبقى الرئيس دونالد ترامب هنا في البيت الأبيض للأربع سنوات القادمة؟ أو هل سوف يرجع جو بايدن في البيت الأبيض من جديد ولكن هذه المرة كالرئيس؟ ضلوا معنا للنتائج.
Americans were on the edge of their seats during the week of the elections as day after day a multitude of states reported the same status for their vote count, too close to call. Down to only a few key states to determine a win, it was noted that if Biden won Pennsylvania with 20 electoral votes, he would, in fact, win the entire election. Once the news of this win was released, Washington, D.C. dwellers immediately started to hear cars honking their horns and people gathering in the streets in celebration. Within a few hours, the scene we observed here in Lafayette Square ensued. I was able to speak with an American voter who participated in this celebration. When asked why she came out to do so, here's what she had to say.
For the last 4 years, 5 years really, we've had such division and such, hatred in our country, and it doesn't need to be that way. We're Americans, we're all Americans, and there's no way of going backwards, but we can move forwards, and we need to move forward in a positive way.
Hundreds of demonstrators have come to protest the violence that has been occurring in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. They're here to plead to the U.S. government to protect the thousands of ethnic Armenians affected in the disputed territory and stop Turkish-backed Azerbaijani violence. Azerbaijan and Armenia have been involved in a land dispute of the Nagorno-Karabakh region within the Caucasus since Russia's intervention in 1805.
It's Saturday, November 7th, and I'm here in Lafayette Square in Washington, D.C., right after the announcement of the president-elect, Joseph R. Biden. I'm standing here in Washington in front of the White House as we are awaiting the results of the presidential election. 5 states are still too close to call. I'm here tonight reporting live from the I-40 highway here in New Mexico. As we see, we have backed up trucks and cars for miles and miles ahead of us.
We're here live at the Supreme Court where thousands of people have come to pay their respects to the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
After speaking to those in attendance, I saw just how many people came from all over the country and the world just to commemorate this American hero.
We've just received word that Donald Trump has chosen to reject the opposing suggestion to hold off on the inauguration of Amy Coney Barrett, the latest Supreme Court Justice nominee following Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death. Coney Barrett's far-right conservative ideals frightened Democrats who recently mourned the death of the justice who pushed for many ideas just the opposite. Coney Barrett's young age means that this is a decision that could influence the country for generations to come.
جاء يوم الانتخابات الرئاسة هنا في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، وهذه هي الفرصة الأخيرة للأمريكيين للتصويت واختيار رئيسهم الجديد. هنا في واشنطن حضر الآلاف للتصويت في مراكز الاقتراع. We just received word that this is the way where 2 semi-trucks have collided 3 miles ahead.
Americans have officially finished casting their final ballots. And as you can see here, signs, chants, and even costumes demonstrate the issues with which Americans are currently concerning themselves.
Llegó el día de las elecciones presidenciales y para los estadounidenses es el último día para votar. Los ciudadanos consideran esta elección como una de las más importantes en su vida. Muchos restaurantes y comercios han cubierto sus ventanas con madera para protegerse ante posibles protestas.
Voters are hopeful, but worried as the race to the presidency could be a close call.
As coronavirus sweeps across the U.S., American officials have warned that mandatory prevention measures may be necessary to stop its spread. But is the U.S. willing to go as far as Italy, another democracy, or even authoritarian China? Italy has banned mass gatherings and barred citizens from traveling outside of their home region.
Bienvenidos a las noticias de esta noche, el 11 de marzo 2020. Los saludo, Kasparian. Buenas tardes. La Organización Mundial de Salud ya califica al nuevo coronavirus surgido en China de pandemia, pero por fortuna ha recalcado que se trata de la primera pandemia que podemos controlar.
For the past 24 hours, the White House has been blocked off for cars by a 6-block radius. Inside, President Trump awaits the decision that will affect his future and the future of the United States for the next 4 years. So the question is, will Trump remain in office, or will Biden take his place as Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America? Live from Washington, I'm Ani Kasparian.
Ani Kasparian, Washington.
Desde Columbia Heights in Washington, D.C., les informó Ani Kasparian. هنا مباشرة في واشنطن Ani Kasparian. Ani Kasparian, the Supreme Court, Washington, D.C. Reporting from Lafayette Square in Washington, D.C., I'm Ani Kasparian.